As someone who has followed Donald Trump for a very long time, what we witnessed at the White House today between President Trump and Prime Minister Carney was very interesting. This meeting was much different than the one that took place just a few months ago. One of the things that first stuck out to me was that President Trump kept bringing up Gaza and the Middle East as one of the central issues between Canada and the US. And this really signaled to me that behind the scenes, Prime Minister Carney has really conveyed to the US president that peace in Gaza and the Middle East is important to Canada.
We're going to be talking about trade. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things. We'll certainly be talking about Gaza. We're in very serious negotiations to I guess you could say, depending on the way you count, 3,000 years, you could say 500 years, you could say, but that it's been raging for a long time.
But what stuck out to me most was how President Trump was treating Prime Minister Carney. He was really praising him a lot.
Is there anything the Prime Minister has done that's making it more difficult to reach a deal?
Say it?
Is there anything the Prime Minister has done that's making it more difficult or easier to reach a deal?
No, I think he's a great Prime Minister. I mean, he could represent me anytime. I will tell you, I'm not saying that because he's here. No, he is a very strong, very good leader. He's a nice man, but he could be nasty. He could be very nasty, maybe as nasty as anybody.
How?
I think Canada, let me put it this way, I can tell you this because I deal with lots of leaders all over the world. He is a world-class leader. He's a man that knows what he wants. And I'm not surprised to see that he won the election and won it substantially. And I would think he's more popular now. He's a good man. He does a great job, and he's a tough negotiator.
And again, if you're like me and have followed Donald Trump for a long time, this is usually how he would treat President Xi or President Putin. President Trump even jumped in at one point to defend Prime Minister Carney for not having a trade deal yet with the United States. Trump uses this tactic of showing a lot of respect, not very often. Trump is very predictable in his negotiating tactics. He starts out musing for things that he knows are unreasonable, but he would be happy to get them if he could. So go back to the 51st state talk. Trump knows that that is unreasonable. He would love for it to happen, though, but he wants to see what people's reaction to it is. And it's also to try and install some fear into whoever he's negotiating with. And if Trump can immediately make a deal in phase one, he then moves to phase two, which is bullying. And this is when he actually starts to apply tariffs. We're talking into the perspective of Canada. So he uses a lot of strongman language. He's going to threaten the country. He's going to threaten to increase tariffs. He's going to do a lot of talking shit. He's going to post a lot about them on Truth Social. Canada has been in this phase for quite a long time. But here's the thing. When phase one and phase two fail for Trump, in some cases, he will move to phase three, which, by the way, is always the best time to make a deal with Donald Trump. The third phase is the most interesting phase because it's actually not a phase that Trump himself goes into. It's that whoever he's negotiating with, they put him into the third phase. This is where Trump realizes that you're not scared of him. He realizes that maybe you have a few more cards than he originally thought. He realizes you're maybe a little bit tougher than he originally thought. For example, a reporter today at the White House brought up the massive decline in Canadian travel to the United States. Trump did not want to talk about that. This is the phase where Trump just wants a deal. He wants this to be over, and typically he's willing to take a lot less than he originally set out for. And the reason is because at this point in the negotiation, Trump usually has actually lost more than what he stands to gain from a new deal. Now, when that deal comes, you still have to say that it's just a better deal for Trump, because that's just how it is.